Good afternoon. Once again, this is Joe with Istueta Roofing. We're standing outside the beautiful home of George in the beautiful city of Palmetto Bay. And George is going to answer a few questions with the experience with Istueta Roofing. George, good afternoon. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, good. George, I want to ask you a few questions for our viewers. And one of my first questions is going to be, what roofing problem led you to call Istueta Roofing?
Well, I really didn't have a roofing problem, but the roof was over 20 years old. It was put on after Hurricane Andrew, and its usefulness, the shingles wore out after 20-something years. So it was ready for a new roof, and I decided to go with a metal roof.
Great. Why the metal roof?
Well, I needed something. I didn't want to put another roof on, and I wanted something that could take 150, 160 mile an hour winds.
And something that will last you up to 50 years.
Last me a lifetime.
Great, great, great. Thank you. What separated Istueta Roofing from your options?
Well, I checked out about 4 different roofing companies. I like the way Istueta did it because they actually took photographs of the roof, and when they did the proposal, they actually based the proposal on the roof, not just a generic price based on square footage. So they really looked into it.
Great, great. Thank you. What was your experience like with the Istueta Roofing office staff, the client representative Richard, the production manager, and the whole production team?
Well, everything worked fine. When I called to get an appointment, the people were very nice there, and people came out promptly. They seemed very professional, and I had a very good experience with them.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. On a rating from 1 to 10, how would you rate the experience here with Istueta?
Well, just take a look at the roof. I'd give it a 10. I mean, it speaks for itself. They really did a great job, and I even mingled with the workers that were doing the roof, and they all seemed very professional. They were all wore Istueta uniforms, and they were very professional. So I really appreciated their work.
Thank you, thank you. Any suggestions on how we could do better, George?
No, not that I can think of. The only thing is once in a while, just sometimes people have to be aware that the expense might be a little more than what was quoted, because when they tear the roof off, they get into rotted wood and things like that. So you really have to be aware that the expenses could go up a little bit.
Thank you. What would you say to your family and friends when you recommend Istueta Roofing to them?
Well, I would definitely recommend them. I mean, they can, take other estimates, but my experience was very good with them. And I had a friend of mine, that was another reason I took this company, because a friend of mine had a roof put on. She lives in Pinecrest, about 8 years ago, and I've talked with her, and the roof hasn't leaked yet, and so that means they've been around not only 8 years, but since the mid 1980s. So that was another thing I liked, and the fact that